We want to welcome in Tennessee Congressman Andy Ogles. Sir, good to have you in today with regards to this big breaking story.
Oh, yeah, it's totally crazy. I mean, my only question is when you look at this two-tier justice system that's evolving in America, are these the type of deals that every American are now eligible for? I don't think so, but clearly Hunter Biden got a sweetheart deal.
Yeah, if we don't pay our taxes and if we lie on an application to get a gun, I highly doubt that we would get the same treatment. I want to put up reaction from Congressman James Comer because we know there's also another investigation into the wider family of Biden and the business deals, be it Burisma, be it the money. Where did all of their earnings come from? Comer says Hunter Biden getting away with a slap on the wrist. Growing evidence uncovered by the House Oversight Committee reveals that Biden engaged in a pattern of corruption, influence peddling, and possibly bribery. Yet we have a 5-year-long investigation from David Weiss here, basically amounting to nothing. And Americans are getting really sick, Congressman, as you know, of seeing this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look at the persecution that's taking place of Donald Trump. You know, again, this two-tier justice system. Pence had documents, Biden had documents, Hillary had emails in a server that she deleted, and yet he's being treated as if Trump, that is, as if he committed espionage. Meanwhile, the Biden crime syndicate is getting away with bloody murder. And again, this just speaks to what every American knows, is that the Justice Department has been weaponized. But if you're one of the elite, that you have a different standard as far as how you're going to be treated and how you're going to be sentenced. And again, my question is for every American that is now subject to these types of gun charges, is this the standard that's going to be used going forward? If you are, the misdemeanor tax evasion, or is this the standard that the IRS is going to allow as we go forward? I think not. And it's really a travesty to see this happening when hundreds, thousands of Americans will be charged for crimes today, and the Biden family gets away with it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Congressman, to answer your question, probably not. I doubt. But, look, you mentioned Mr. Trump. Former President Trump took to his Truth Social media platform soon after hearing the news, writing, quote, "Wow, the corrupt Biden DOJ just cleared up hundreds of years of criminal liability by giving Hunter Biden a mere traffic ticket. Our system is broken." First of all, were you even surprised by this announcement? I think a lot of people kind of expected that he was going to get a slap on the wrist. And how do you think this will impact, if at all, the 2024 race?
Well, literally, as I got off the plane, I walked into the building where my office is, and as I walked in the door, I see this breaking news that he's been charged. And like you said, my initial thought is, yeah, right. There's been a sweetheart deal been made here. He's going to get away with it. And sure enough, within half an hour to an hour later, they released the plea deal. But again, this is frustrating for me. This is frustrating for every American that this family continues to get away with it. I don't think that at the end of the day that this will impact the 24 race, aside from what I'm willing to predict here and now, is that Trump is going to win the Republican nomination for president. And I ultimately think he will be president. I think this persecution, these trumped-up charges against him, no pun intended, just really organizes and solidifies his base that otherwise perhaps was thinking about someone else.
Congressman, you have introduced articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, something you made as part of a campaign promise. Where do you see that going?
Well, there's a couple of paths here. One, it can go through committee. You can go through the normal process. That's a slow process, I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure that the American people are really willing to wait. And then, you can bring it up under a privilege motion, which is kind of a nuclear option. But what it does is it forces a vote on the House floor. Now, my guess is if I did that the Democrats would make a motion to table, which would kill it, or make a motion to refer it to committee. So we'll see what happens next. We're looking at all of our options. But I think especially when you look at the Trump charges, when you look at now the plea deal that Hunter Biden's getting, the American people want Republicans to lead and to hold this family accountable. And the one way we can do that is by going ahead and impeaching Joe Biden. And look, if there's more evidence that comes forward, we can impeach him again. But that being said, we need to move forward as quickly as possible to show the American people that enough is enough.
Well, we're all waiting on, that evidence, or at least what comes out of the investigation into his and his family's business dealings, right? Congressman Andy Ogles, appreciate your time. Thanks for coming on. Good to see you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. Good to see you.